According to this movie based on a true story, BP is of the devil. Hey everybody, I'm Gino Reynolds from The Real Gino. Today we're going to be taking a look at a movie based on a true story, Deepwater Horizon, starring Mark Wahlberg and Kurt Russell. Based on a true story, the offshore drilling rig Deepwater Horizon exploded in April 2010 and created the worst oil spill in U.S. history. 11 people also lost their lives due to negligence on the part of 2 BP oil engineers. For the most part, I found Deepwater Horizon to be a mostly solid survival story. There are different kinds of these movies. Some go full-on ridiculous, and some give what could be a true account of what really happened. This movie is the latter kind. Despite its faults in setting up the disaster, which I'll talk about in a bit, I did like that the movie did take the time to set up the workers of the oil rig just as regular people. This was good because when things do finally start to go wrong, none of them feel like superheroes. They feel more like ordinary people in an extraordinary situation. We get to follow a few of them before they head out to their job. We get to see how they interact with the real world and their families a bit, and this helps to sympathize with their situation when things do begin to go wrong. Another thing I like that, despite being really confusing, the filmmakers tried to help us understand the process of how this job was supposed to go and what could and eventually would go wrong that day. That being said, I felt that there was way too much foreshadowing during the build-up to the disaster. Granted, people handling a job as dangerous as this may have been that way, so I won't fault the movie too much for it. Now, while I'm sure this may have also been true, the demonization of the 2 BP engineers is almost a bit too much. For one, it plays into the foreshadowing, which gets kind of old. Another thing is that they are practically portrayed as devils in this. Now, I don't know if the real guys actually showed no concern for safety whatsoever because they were behind schedule, but they did in this movie. They pretty much throw caution to the wind in this. Also, the symbolism of these quote-unquote evil capitalists losing their American dream, watching it literally go up in flames while they cower, is a bit too thick. Again, maybe this really happened, but I felt that the movie exaggerated it a bit too much. That being said, for what this is, the story of survival is what really matters in this one. The characters don't feel like anything other than people that want to do their jobs and go home safe to their families after they're done, which makes this one a decent survival film to watch. But remember, it's only just one guy's opinion. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I truly appreciate it. If you like what you've seen here, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to The Real Gino YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm Gino Reynolds from The Real Gino.